Hello, this is VJ Chambers with the Weekly Roundup, and today is May 10th. I'm sitting in front of an open window, so you may see the breeze blow my hair, hopefully attractively away from my face from time to time. It's like I'm in one of those, model photo shoots or whatever, except I don't really look like a model today. I kind of look a little weird, and now my hair looks funny. And the thing that's always weird about, like, trying to make yourself look better in a camera is, of course, that it's not like a mirror, because everything is the opposite way, so you're like, you pull the hand up, and it's, like, not the hand that you thought it would be. It's totally weird. Alright. So, first thing, box set update. Compelled came out on Thursday. We had a great day on Thursday and a great day on Friday, where I actually sold more copies on Friday than I did on Thursday, which is amazing. Today is a little early. It's only 11:36 Eastern Standard Time, and I've only sold 3 copies, plus 1 on Barnes & Noble today. So, it's a little early to tell, but the ranking is going down, does look like, whatever, but I don't have any more tricks up my sleeve. I have nobody else to pimp the set for me right now, and I don't have anybody else that, like, I already told everyone, and I've, like, flooded Facebook and emailed my email list twice, and tweeted, whatever. So I'm just gonna wait. I'm doing Book Blitz with Espresso Book Tours. 30 blogs will be featuring it next week, starting Tuesday. So we will see what happens then. And if I can't get it to take off with that way, then I'll probably look into trying to buy an ad. Me this week. Mostly still feeling nasty pregnancy-wise, just ugh. Didn't do any writing this week. Beginning of the week, I posted a blog saying I'm not gonna get Under a Raging Moon out in May. I know I promised that, but it's not gonna happen. Just not. I don't even know if that's what I'm gonna start working on again, if I can ever write again. But I did have a dream last night about writing, so that's gotta be a good sign. I was writing in my dream, and in my dream I was thinking, oh, it's just like taking dictation. You just listen to what the people say, and you write it down. Which is kind of what writing used to be like a long, long time ago, when the characters still spoke to me. Anyway, but I'm making a quilt, which is cool. And I don't want to talk about any of that for this weekly roundup. What I want to talk about is but Thursday night's Vampire Diaries episode. So, the first thing that I thought was really cool about the episode was that after Elena and Stefan got away from the Travelers, which, that was kind of silly. I mean, it was like, oh, we're captured by the Travelers, and they're so powerful, but I think his name's Marcos, didn't even, like, he wasn't even trying to, like, guard them or anything. I mean, it was, like, so easy to get away, so whatever. But, that aside, they're having a conversation after they've escaped, and Elena's talking about, like, how toxic her relationship is with Damon and everything else. And I thought they had an interesting kind of take on all of that, which just was, look, we're vampires. We're gonna be toxic no matter what. We're predators. And I thought that was kind of cool. I like that, and it was kind of along the lines of the sort of conversations that characters in my books are always having about, like, the nature of, like, who they are and what they do and blah blah blah. Maybe that's why I liked it. I don't know. But overall, I just thought it was, like, one of the best episodes that I've seen of the Vampire Diaries in a long time. One thing that was really great is that they actually upped the stakes and made you care about the characters again. Like, there's a real threat here, and we haven't seen a real threat really since maybe Klaus, and then Klaus was sort of defanged and just not nearly as scary as he was before. So at this point, like, we saw like all of the characters, the main characters, like nearly dying, and that was like really exciting. Like, all of a sudden you're like, oh man, this is like something bad might actually happen to these people. I mean, bad things happen to them all the time, but like, you know, like it was cool. I enjoyed that. It was great to see Bonnie being relevant again, because generally speaking, this whole season, Bonnie has just done nothing. Like, she's been a completely pointless character who has had nothing to really contribute to the plot. So it was really cool for her to be able to, like, be the one who's gonna save the day, so she didn't get to save the day in this episode, but come on, we need to have something for the finale. So, of course, there has to be an obstacle for her to overcome, and I don't see why the guy who is taking over Tyler's body, whatever the heck his name is, can't just, you know, as a favor, considering that he killed Stefan, like, that he can't, you know, I suppose at this point I should say that there are spoilers for the latest episode of the Vampire Diaries. I'll put that in the description. So anyway, I don't see why they can't just get him to give him the spell or whatever, and so they'll be able to bring Stefan back. So it was like really well done, because the stakes were really high, and you were like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? What are they gonna be able to do? Like, there's no way out of this. And then they had Bonnie come in and go, I have an idea, and then they kind of set up a scene where you were like, oh, that would work. And the way that happened was really nice, because you as an audience member are kind of like just like catching on to it, just like right at, so it made you feel kind of intelligent, because they didn't like spell it out. They didn't have someone sit down and go, guess what we'll do. But they just, so that was really rewarding. And then that sets up, like, so that moment when Stefan gets his heart ripped out of his chest, you're like, okay, well, they'll bring him back, because the wheels are in motion. So I thought it was good. I mean, it's the kind of thing where, you know, you're like, yeah, right, they're gonna kill Stefan. Of course, I didn't think that Rebecca was gonna leave the originals, and if I hadn't read online that she actually left, I was like, whatever, like, I can't believe, like, that didn't make sense to me. But so from all, we don't think that Paul, whatever his name is, I think his name's Paul something, I don't know, we don't think that he's leaving. Nobody is saying that, so he's not really dead, and it's gonna all be fine. And maybe all the other people who were trapped over on the other side can come back for real and be regulars on the show again, because now that cult show that Alaric was on is gone, I mean, what the heck is he doing? He either needs to get cast on another CW show, or he just needs to come back to the Vampire Diaries, because, seriously. The other thing that was good about it was that it was a really cool episode, and the coolness didn't hinge on Damon being Damon, like, for once in a really long time, because Damon's been one of the few things about the show where you're like, oh, Damon! So it wasn't about his kind of, like, brand of amorality, or his super coolness, or him being sexy, or anything like that. It wasn't about Damon, and that was awesome. So I really dug that. So basically, that is all I wanted to say this week. I think I will sign off. Thanks for listening.